Aloha, nerds. Welcome back to another episode of Day Out.
Episode 124.
Fucking send it, Lech.
Literally. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. Yes, I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing.
The fucking cowboy hat dogs.
Yeah, you don't do
my
it.
Friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay.
It's a little longer than you want it to be, but don't.
Well, he goes back to the thing. Like, you should come back into the video.
Now. That's what I'm saying. Just let
Yeah, like from there. No,
like
back into. Oh, yeah, there. I went from that picture being a cowboy hat to this one I look like I wipe my own ass. Please help me. I don't know where I am.
I'm lost. I lost toddler.
You drive?
He just barely got his license.
So what did we learn?
My own ass, and now I drive.
What did we learn today? Establishing the conversation is half the battle.
I learned that we have Blair from the Knucklehead Barbers. Is that Knucklehead Barbers?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Knucklehead Barbershop.
Hell yeah. Let's give him a round of applause.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is cool.
I met you and my boy over at Idaho Wellness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of the Jason homies?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're just like back-to-back Mondays.
Yeah, all the time.
We met.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go get adjusted there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, he's the man. It's your turn. I've been saying this. Singing the high praises. Look at me. Do I look like a man who sits anything but straight?
It's not like I don't believe in it or don't like. It's just like
You just need a really strong man named Dr. Cyrek to crack you up over Idaho Wellness.
already go to like the stretch lab, already go to fucking Miss Shelley getting massaged. But like,
If you ask Jason nicely, he might massage you. I've just not asked him.
I don't even have to ask him. He's like, God damn, you're so tense.
Yeah. So, Jason, thank you for bringing us Blair, basically. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you got going, and all that stuff.
I got the shop. It's on Broadway in Boise. We've been there. It's 6 years now. Like this time of year, I took the keys in February of 2019.
Hell yeah.
Opened in May. Did a lot of fixing it up. It was a dump. It looks pretty cool now.
Yeah.
So we've just been chugging along.
You got a fucking choice spot too.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
When you drive up and down that road, you can't miss it. You literally see Knucklehead right there. It's like,
big old sign.
I told him, he's like, I do Knucklehead Barber. I'm like, I just drove past that.
Yeah.
Like, that's branding, bro.
Yeah, right there.
I didn't need to Google Maps that shit. I just drove past it and knew it and then was thinking, what a good name. I'm not gassing you up. I was like, that's a rad name for a barbershop. And then once we decided to start talking, it was you.
That just came about. I took the lease and did it. Didn't have a name. I'm like, I'll figure it out. And I think it was the day before I had to make a decision. I had business cards, had to push something down, get the LLC, and I was like, Knuckleheads.
That's rad.
Duh.
Now I'm assuming
because I ride Harley.
There it is. Okay,
and we're all a bunch of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
There's some hair connotation in there somewhere. I'm sure, so.
Well, the head. Knucklehead, you just like it couldn't been noogies, dude. That's nearly a cancelable word, you know. Noogies barbershop, can't say it anymore.
Noogies. That's what I give my kids.
Yeah. So, what do you specialize? What do you specialize in there?
Beards, man. I am the Beard Sovereign. That is my Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Beard Sovereign.
Fuck the Beardsmith. Good. Okay, great. Yeah, let's go to you.
He's like, I didn't say it.
Oh no, he doesn't say it. I say it. No, absolutely.
But,
well, that's dope.
I think that's a big niche it's not being addressed, and even by them to a degree. So, in some ways, and I'm here for it. We are old school razors, hot towels, classic cuts. We do everything.
Yeah,
do fades. We do modern stuff, but it's like I want to bring the old school feel, the barbershop back with being like a rad rock and roll
vibe.
Harley vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got wrestling shit on the walls.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Wrestling's not fake either.
No.
Did you see that kid on YouTube get smashed by Triple H?
Jesus Christ.
And killed him?
Yeah, I don't know. He break his neck. He was a YouTuber, wasn't even expecting it, but I can't believe Triple H is still Triple H in, dog.
Jesus.
You know?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about something old. That he's still doing Triple H
I mean,
things?
I was talking about something old. Triple H is old now. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
So beards though, you use like talcum powder and all that.
No,
all that stuff.
I mean, no.
Okay.
But I mean, you kind of do that on the dust of the neck. I used to do that.
Yeah.
But it's a mess. So.
Okay.
But no, yeah, that's just like our vibe. You know, like I've been drawn to that.
Yeah.
For so long, and I think what inspired me so long ago about it was watching 300 and Leonidas, and I just saw that chiseled beard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you could see it.
long before I went to hair school.
When and where did you go to hair school?
Boise Barber here in town.
Yeah. What year was that?
I graduated 2018 September.
And then right into business.
Yeah, just about. I worked 2 shops over the winter. First one didn't work out. Similar to us in a lot of ways, but it just wasn't enough like repetitions every day, and it just didn't work out. Then I went to Craftsman, which is no longer.
I was gonna say we went to Craftsman for a while, and I was gonna say you being open for 6 years shows a lot because I got into the I loved Craftsman for a minute, man,
Yeah,
and then they
just
just
sold, and
then they fucking ran it down.
He did.
Yeah, I heard the
But
two.
I learned a lot what not to do.
Yeah, and then
both
so now you have a
those
successful
owners.
shop.
And by February, I hadn't even been out of school even a year. What was that? Even 6 months?
Yeah, ready to go.
And like I'd done a couple months at Craftsman, got good enough. I just got those repetitions, didn't make any money, but I treated it as a apprenticeship.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think that's what a lot of barbers coming out of school have to do. They're just like, go work somewhere. Maybe you're not going to make a lot.
Yeah.
But get the repetitions in and then come up to maybe a shop like us or whatever, where you want to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so I would argue, I mean, there's a lot of barbers out here, but they change their shops, close their shops, open their shops. So you're probably like one of the longest standing shops out here. I know of a few people, like I know of a few different shops, but I mean,
That's when he said 6 years. I was just like, Jesus. I'm like, I don't want to like fuck, but like that is hard.
Yeah.
It's been wild.
You're in an industry that it's not volatile, right? It's just
Well, we've been put into volatile situations. Like we got shut down for 10 weeks after COVID. I was only open for 9 months.
right into COVID.
I was just gonna say he said
And-
February 2019. I was like, oh, that's coming around the corner.
Yeah, and then we got shut. We were open for 9, got shut down in I don't know February, whatever it was the next year.
2020.
10 weeks out, and then we was actually really busy for 2 weeks when everything opened up, but then it died for it seemed like 2 years.
Yeah.
It just sat there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had enough barbers in house to kind of spread the utilities and the overhead around. But
there was some
without
times-
that we wouldn't have made it.
Keep
Yeah.
guys eating.
And there was days I would sit there and do nothing. And it's just like I wanted to go
terrifying.
in several times and be like, shut it all down. Fuck yes. But it's like, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do?
Again, that's what sets you apart from most people. Most people would have quit, and you didn't quit.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but then they were making. I mean, it forced you poor guys to like have to do it mobile or do it here or there. Which, not being that guy and stuff, but technically that's like illegal, right? Isn't it illegal to like go do house calls for barbers
No,
or no?
no.
No.
No,
Okay,
that's
I thought
legal.
it was some weird thing where like you got to.
It
Which
used to be
okay, here we go.
you would have I mean, not so much maybe in home. I don't know about that. I think it's okay. Or was okay. And then it was like if you wanted to have an event in the park or something, you had
Maybe
to get a
that's what it is.
permit.
There it is.
But
Okay.
you don't have to do that anymore.
Okay. Yeah, it was something along the lines that I was thinking in my head, like once you guys like, once COVID happened, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like you could just obliterate whole
There's
industries.
A lot that didn't make it.
No,
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, dudes just changing whole careers because like what are you going to do? And
Yeah.
Idaho we were
else are we
being
gonna go?
so cool. We were the coolest for the longest time and then they had to fucking do it. They had to close us down, which made no sense. Just made no fucking
They
sense.
closed us down for like a fraction of the time.
It was 10 weeks. Yeah. It was just but the
At
point
the
was it
longest.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Ada County was and the state in general was the 10 weeks. Everywhere else, I don't know, it was a month. Whatever it was.
Then you have California that you were watching
Right.
podcasts and people are like, can you still go to the grocery store? This shit's crazy. And you're
Yeah.
like,
I
holy
can't believe
fuck.
it's over a year.
Yeah, some of it's long. You know what's crazy is that was 5 years ago.
No shit.
That was that feels like last year still. You know, it was like
insane.
quarantine was the worst,
Feels
best
like
time
it
ever.
was yesterday, but also like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It was on a different
the biggest
timeline.
struggle.
Because it just didn't make sense.
It's a totally different timeline.
It just doesn't make sense, dude. Like, what the fuck were y'all think? We couldn't, like, just the rules, right? If you ever just like, You're like, this doesn't make fucking sense, does it? No, it doesn't make sense, dummy.
All the conspiracy theorists were right, too.
Oh, dude, they've been right, bro. They've been right since the fucking alien
Give
talks,
it 2
man.
months, it'll be a fact.
Really?
Yeah. Conspiracy
really, it's like
facts,
that.
bro.
It's scary.
Conspiracy facts.
It's not even like all the conspiracy. You can't even call them conspiracy anything more. It's just like they were on top of this shit before you guys actually. All right.
If you look
there
real
is
close,
things.
the frogs are actually gay.
No, that's what, dude. Alex was talking about the right thing. They were
In his own way.
Yeah. He could. He was getting it out in the wrong words, but he was correct. Like,
So after the 2 years, what was the one thing that like drummed up business again? Like what's your
It
catalyst?
started to like kind of come together
Yeah.
in the economy and all the things,
Yeah.
and that's when it felt like, okay, this is kind of our real second year
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And it was just marketing, getting our name out, doing consistent work was the biggest thing.
Yeah, because you pick up a client, they stay with you, pick up another one, it's just slowly building a pipeline.
What's crazy enough is that we ended up becoming, at least in our area, the fix-it shop.
Okay.
Because there were so many shops that were doing some work.
Yeah.
I don't know what work they were doing, but it was their version of work.
You're like a cover-up tattoo artist at this point.
And
Okay.
that actually kept, once it came back, even in that first year, second year, what really kept us busy as we were was fixing the other shop stuff that they were purposefully undercutting us.
Yeah.
They knew that.
Pun intended.
And so I just put signs up that said, we fix $10 haircuts.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And all
That's
over the
great.
shop. And then guys would call, and I think I had a guy call. He was like, "Is Blair there?" I'm like, I don't know this guy. Said he was supposed to come through, but he decided to go to another shop because we were busy or whatever it was. Had to get in. And he's like, "I just got annihilated. Can you fix this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You get here in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
And that's kind of just been, well, that was the thing. I got a lot of long-time clients from that. It really sucked to be put on blast by these other shops saying, because they're just trying to take our spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we just started too.
Yeah. But y'all are fucking the haircuts up. You're fixing them.
They come in and they're like, I'm like, "Can you fix this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I hope so. I'll at least get you better than when you came in here.
But you got to come back
Maybe
again.
it's a little shorter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually going to listen.
Yeah.
Sorry you had to pay for 2 haircuts in one day,
Yeah.
but then they come back consistent.
that is probably going to make a lifetime customer. You do that
Yeah.
for me and you save my fuking day, I'm all in.
Also, I already like talking to him, so you get him. Environment is probably a huge part of your thing too. Like you're saying, like you fix it, it's just a bunch of dudes kicking
the
the
guys
shit.
that want the vibe. That was the other thing is like COVID really taught me who I do and don't want in the shop.
Yeah.
And it's like just easygoing guys who aren't too picky, and I raise my prices consistently to those guys.
Yeah.
Because you pay 10 at the time, 25. Maybe now for a cheap cut. It's like you're gonna get those clients that are gonna be a little picky.
That's how the whole world works, man. The people who spend the least
you
have the most
elevate.
problems.
I mean, I blocked myself off for 45 minutes, and I think I'm on the higher end for that because I just wanted to get it done right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be rushed, and I want time to clean up.
You also want to make sure that you got food
I
on your
want them to
plate.
feel invited,
Yeah.
and not like they're just a number. I always say like, well, McDonald's gets the job done, but maybe your lady's getting tired of that. She wants to go to Lock Stock.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think price really. That camera sucks so bad.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it.
You just click it real quick.
He's been trying to do it.
I know.
The price thing, you can dictate that by just how you're saying, just the experience.
Yeah, I charge for my time, not
That's
necessarily.
and that's what it should be, because you can go to a $20 a month gym, but then you can also spend
get-
$200-300 a month, and you get way better results.
pay for it.
100%. And I don't think that at that point, once you're doing that, it's like you said, the people you don't want in there aren't in there. These guys are happy to sit and happy to pay your service.
And I just put my foot down. I will be accommodating as much as I can, and then when you attack me, whatever the case may be, and it's just like, I don't need you. I don't need your business, because these guys are consistent. They love me.
Yeah.
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 If I need to fix something, great.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, and then just make it happen. I want them to feel welcome, and they love the vibe.
100%. I get it now. I need to step my foot in. I need to look at this nasty ass beard. It needs work.
Yeah, that's my specialty.
Yeah, it needs work. I did go see my girl Carmen. I don't know if Carmen's gangster. She's
rad.
our homie, but I need a beard. I need a beard work. So we'll figure it out. Cause sometimes I grow it, and then sometimes I got a nasty ass mustache, bro. Just like straight up handlebars, no beard. It's his favorite. It's when he can kiss my lips nice. So
You know, expose those lips a little bit.
I love my
tickle.
I love my caterpillar.
yeah, so I can tell you stand out. But I think people, like you said, you just need to get people in the door, and they're like a lifetime customer. And over the course of X amount, your pipeline is probably full at this point. You probably
stay fairly busy.
Yeah. You're probably not really. I mean, new business is great. You hand them to your other barbers, but you're probably pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Because what's a good revolving book for you? Like every 6 weeks? When do you want people? Do you want your whole book to be through here every
like
6 weeks?
Often like I'll come back every 2
Oh
weeks.
yeah,
every 3 weeks.
it's just mostly it's about a month.
A month is a good
for the
spot.
most, but some guys are 2 weeks. Some guys are 5. Some guys I'll see you in 3 months.
Charlie never gets a fucking haircut.
No.
If you take a look at him.
He says everybody gives him the what is it? You just do the burn thingy, or like my hair. It burned my skin.
That's what happened on the last one. But yeah.
So
You get little razor
can
blades.
you look if you look closely at my boy Charlie? Do you think you could have him grow a beard?
I don't work that kind of miracle,
Gonna need
but we
so
can line
much
it up.
Yeah, I tell him he got that like Guy Fawkes like V for Vendetta mask look going on.
Should have been researching into like hair growth and things, and peppermint oil's one. Another one's escaping me right now, but like
Letch's beard is escaping him at the moment too, so it makes sense.
The V for Vendetta, bro.
Remember the 5th of November. That's what I've been telling him. He doesn't fucking. Did you hear
That's
that?
my whole thing is like work with what you have, because our shit's all custom to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to take the time to have a good consultation.
Yeah.
And I'm not just like, oh, what do you want to blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, it's like let's shape this to you, your attitude, your personality, your head shape.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't do that, and I've come out of like straight razor barbers, a Craftsman specifically, where they would look, dude, the lineup just, it's just, it would go all the way down, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? It doesn't make sense.
The big thing is not listening.
Yeah.
To the client,
Because they want in and out. It's a fucking blow and go.
And in places like that, and your great clips and all that,
Yeah.
it's like you are being from the top down, being told
to go
quicker
quick.
and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
And all my guys are independent contractors. Put your own times on there.
Yeah.
Charge what you're worth.
Yeah.
But just do good work.
Yeah. Because it's under your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I actually went to Paul Mitchell in 2012. It was before they had a barbering program, but I was like, I'll just fucking specialize in men's cuts. And I thought I was, dude, they had me going, dog.
Yeah, you're the shit there.
I was like they sent me out to these Paul Mitchell runways model. I was like the runway for Mitch. I was a model for Mitch in Vegas at one point. And then I was 1,800 hours out of 2,000 hours done. And I was young, so I was 21. I was on my parents' like FAFSA. I couldn't do it on my own. And I guess my mom and my dad filed a divorce like shystily. And so it fucking cut my funding. So I was actually like 85, 90% of the way done. I was on honors. I got offered a spot in Paul Mitchell for a creative director, Paul Mitchell, the school, San Diego. And I fucking left that place like, fuck you, and fuck you. And then never did it ever again.
Never finished, huh?
And then they had a barber program after that. And hey, when you come back, will you try to fix that zoomy in and out thing on that thing? Like, yeah.
You just tap it.
Were you like, it sounded almost like pay to
Am I
go,
doing it
pay
wrong?
as you go?
That's what they were gonna put.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
mine was just paid.
Yeah, so
through
they had me on
FAFSA
like
and-
FAFSA, and I had block. So what happened was my first half was paid for, and then the second half they had asked me to do something like 3 or 4 times, and when I did, they were finally like, "This last half of your shit isn't done." And they were like, "You're gonna have to pay like $500 a week to go." And I was just moved here from Idaho Falls, like there ain't no way I wasn't gonna do that. But long story short, I'm $17,000 in debt, have a psychotic baby mama with 2 beautiful children out of that fucking school. So what can you do? I think you fixed it.
Some you
Went
lose
over
some.
125.
Yeah. So I'm over it now. But man, that was hurt. I was hurt. I thought I was gonna do it. And then they had the barber, because I wanted to do barber program. I was like flirting my way through fucking getting these boxes checked, how to do like old lady perms and shit. But I was killing it with men's cuts. Couldn't do straight razors, but I was just clipper fading and shear over, like, but like, it was like, now that I look back, I think I would have had to gone back to barber school for it to like really make sense for me.
Well, yeah, in order to use the razor, you
Had to go through it.
you have to go back and get. Well, now
that was-
you can actually do a barber add-on, couple hundred hours,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny because we don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
There's the barber stylist. Where if
Yeah.
I wanted to do color, I could go back, but that's quite a few.
What was the
100
barber?
hours.
The barber hours was like 800 or back 900. Yeah, they had me.
1,600 for.
Idaho was like the highest cosmetology hours. There was like one of the top 2 highest cosmetology hours.
California's, I think like 221.
Yeah, 22 I think it was because it's 2,000 out here. I think it's dropped maybe, but man, back then it was like I was in school for a solid year and a half, bro, full time.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking, you could go be
I
a
knocked
cop
mine
for.
out in 6 months.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
was full time.
Yeah, you can be a cop for less than that, dog. It's crazy. Support the boys in blue, but damn, you had to. The amount of work you have to do to be a cosmetologist is insane. It kind of makes sense though.
There's a lot involved.
Yeah.
So you should, but
Like he said, I mean, he said he got a fucking rash or something. Like that shit's bad, you know? When people aren't cleaning their stuff, or you're like, knowing some shit's good. Also, a lady who wants her hair colored, you got to know what the hell you're doing. So that's what really, as it went on, I'm like, I'd just rather.
School's to get you legal,
Yeah.
get you so you know, hopefully that you're not gonna injure someone.
Yeah,
Being safe,
Yeah.
sanitary, and then you're gonna learn 90% outside of school.
yeah,
You know,
100%. Well, that's exactly it. Everyone comes out of school and they're like, yep, now I had to learn how to actually cut. Because at Paul Mitchell, you had to make sure, you were doing everything like with specific steps. And then when you got out, you realized, like you said, at certain places like big box sports clips, shit like that, is from the top down, speed and in and out. And then so you're learning all these,
just a number.
yeah, you're learning all these like shortcuts basically.
Yeah, good to know shortcuts. But do them right.
Yeah,
You know, get your times down.
yeah,
But then when it's a right to use a shortcut, or it's better to do it another way.
yeah. We'll take a break.
Pause it.
We'll take a break.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
gotta
that-
pay these people and
Yeah.
working on it.
We back? Back. What were you talking about? School? That could have been a great conversation right there, but Penna fucking everything up, dude. Like normal. Look at him.
Well, let's talk about it. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
as a business owner, you just have to do everything until you learn how to delegate.
Yeah.
And I just had to start delegating.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the
yeah,
type-
Stepping
micromanaging.
back.
Yeah.
So
And-
now I actually have my own private suite in my shop. I've got 4 stations up front, 3 private suites. Finally, I was like, I'm going to take one of these
Yeah.
and just chill out and focus on my clients. The
Yeah.
front can run itself. Everyone's that I have is awesome. There's nothing even to run. It's just that I was being too,
That's the thing.
and not
run, but
overbearing,
manage.
Yeah.
and not even micromanaging.
Right.
But just like I'm just too involved.
100%.
Everyone walking through the door, hi, the phone's ringing.
It's me.
Knucklehead Barbers.
Yeah.
Finally, I gave that away.
Yeah.
But
But then, like
it's
you
just
said,
too
you got
much
to pay for
stress.
that too. If you get an assistant, you got to be okay with getting rid of the
the
thing.
new guy was like, "Here, the phone. I present it to you. This is yours now. I don't want to look at this thing unless it's for me."
See, I have like OCD. Like I
don't
don't let my girl vacuum my house because I like to vacuum. I vacuum it.
He's
and
got
make sure it looks
OCD
good.
so bad he doesn't even he can't stand in lines too long. Otherwise, it's a fucking it's a ordeal.
But with that, so the vacuuming thing, like I tend to say I need to do that because I do it best. But like that's a fucking I'm holding
Yeah.
myself back.
Yeah.
And that's that delegation part where it's like
sure he is
I think I can do everything myself.
Yeah.
Because I do it better, but that's not the fucking case.
No,
Like
You need a
me
squad. You need a team.
especially when it's little things that don't really matter
at all. Yeah.
Well, and then if that little thing takes time away from you, which is time for money or something more important
Well,
than
it's just overstimulating me, and I'm just
100%.
burned out
Yep.
because it's just talking to everybody, and I want everyone to feel welcome, but it's like everyone can handle that.
And everyone
Say
will
hi.
feel welcome with all the other people welcoming them. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to learn that. Charlie, you need to edit, bro.
that's like really. You have 4 stations, 3 privates.
4 stations, 3 private suites. Yeah,
That's a fucking huge building,
It's
dude. You
a-
fucking nailed it. Like, cause it was
it's
hard.
decent, 1,400 square feet.
It's
really long.
Well, you said you were a year out of fucking school.
Not even, but yeah.
2019, it's not that stuff wasn't affordable, but it was moving in the direction of like, oh no, people are coming here and stuff. Yeah, grabbing somewhere for people that aren't here. We're on his shop's on Broadway in downtown Boise. Where we're talking a mile maybe from the stadium, right? BSU Stadium.
No, we're on Broadway, right up the street, right next to Junkyard Jeans. It's been there forever. Broadway.
I mean, but
bars
you're not
across the
far
street.
from the stadium.
No,
That's what I'm getting at. Is
people
you're
park around us and walk down there all the
you're
time.
in
And then you say, "Get the fuck out of my parking lot."
pristine area. Like you're not.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah, we
not.
scored.
Yeah, no, you fucking nailed it.
And it was the first place I looked at, which was wild.
Really? He's got.
Technically second because like I was like, okay, let's go open a shop, and I'm like, I don't want to commute, so I just started circling our neighborhood, and I saw a for lease sign at the space next to us, called it, and it just didn't work out in that space, and they're like, well, next door, we're trying to get out, and it worked out perfect. It needed a lot of work,
Yeah.
but now it looks rad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I mean,
It's got to be the spot. You've been there 6 years.
yeah, that's what's more crazy is that you were through. I'm sure they've raised the lease at some point between those 6 years because why not?
The nice thing is, and with most leases like business, like it's just a consistent percentage every year, so they can't just go, oh, we need
Right.
boom, because that would have,
Yeah.
everyone does.
That would have been.
It's not like housing.
That's what I was saying. We need to take this out. We've been trying to get a little office. There's places all around here, but we just gotta do that Boise media shit a little bit harder to get out.
If you don't mind, like, did you cut hair before? I mean, I know you went to school just then, but like, what did you do before?
Oh man, I didn't even go to
Stuff and
school
things.
till I was 35, 4 or 5.
So what'd you do beforehand?
I grew up here,
Okay.
and then just I don't know, like just kind of got by.
Yeah.
Job,
No, I'm
just
with you.
I hated traditional schooling. Did like I don't even think I finished my I went to BSU. Didn't even finish the first semester.
Yeah.
The only thing I liked was like photography. I couldn't stand the classes, and dropped out. Kept doing the jobs, menial jobs that I was doing.
Right. Finding the
And then I had actually had a fire in my apartment or burned down.
Oh, yikes.
And I had just gotten fired, but I was on I was getting unemployment.
Yeah.
And so it was the summer of Blair. And our buddy comes back from North Dakota in the oil fields. And he's like, hey, would you mind driving me back so I can sleep? I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. And then I ended up not leaving. Went there with him, got a job.
Yeah. Oil rigging?
In a pipe yard.
Yeah.
Trying to get onto like a rig, I thought.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That
It
is
was the wild
fucking
west up
man
in
work,
Williston.
dude.
Williston.
Yeah.
My boy worked up in Williston, man.
And made good money, but didn't keep any because the rents, everything is so expensive. up
Yeah.
there.
The hookers are
So I
fucking
came home
expensive.
with like a paycheck.
Yeah.
And when winter hit, I worked all summer. Winter hit, and I was like, screw this. I'm not going to go buy a bunch of winter gear.
Yeah.
I don't even really want to be here
For
anymore.
negative 30 degree oil
It's
field
about to
working.
get negative 30.
Yeah.
And I went home and just worked over the winter, got my tax return, and moved to Seattle, Washington.
Jesus. Okay. What are we
Was
doing in
there
Seattle?
for like 4 years. I did bars, lots of bars, shorties, and then I worked in a welding shop or a manufacturing shop for like stainless steel hand railings, like a startup.
Yeah.
And then I got into welding a little bit there. They taught me that, and then I went and did a bunch of weed work on summers.
Yeah,
and
some trimming and stuff.
Trimming,
Yeah.
off and on. And then the last year I went and did some trimming, and I'm always been terrible at it. It sucks. They're like, do you want to just come out to the fields and harvest? I'm like, yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
And so worked the rest of the season in the fields, and they asked me to come back and work a full season as a grower, as a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Did that for the next year, and then tried to go back to Seattle, and Seattle had just changed so dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
And this was 2015, 16.
Oh, wow. No.
So,
Jesus.
and it was the housing market had just
decimated that fucking
decimated.
thing, dude.
Half my friends had moved away. The rents were out of control, and everything was disappearing. All the cool spots were gone.
That's when like Tacoma started getting a little
People
more
were
popular
moving
because
to
they were
Tacoma
it's
because
so
they couldn't
close.
afford Seattle.
Yep. Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll go home, come home to Boise and kind of figure it out. I didn't think I wanted to stay here. I liked, Boise, Idaho and all that, but at the same time, it's not what it is now.
Yeah.
And in jobs, the dating scene was terrible. And ironically, I came home and ended up going to barber school and meeting my wife.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the things that I kind of left for, I found.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, Boise really grew up.
Yeah.
And there's an economy here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there is, a metric fuck ton of IT shit moving here. I mean, Micron's got the thing, Meta's got the thing,
Got a lot of
Amazon's
Micron
going
guys.
all in, There's a lot of shit that's moving here because I always tell people, especially when you land here, as much as we travel for work, when you land here, you'll understand this is the best, worst place ever. I don't know how, it's not like,
It's not even bad, bro. I fucking love it, dog.
well, it's the best,
Now
worst
I
place
grew
in
up.
it made it like there's not shit here. There's not shit here to do, right? Like there's fucking Top Golf, Wahoos, and bars.
But there's
and
not shit to do
But there's
anywhere
so
when you get
much
used to fucking.
outdoors and
Right.
It's all what you make of it.
1,000%.
That was always a thing growing up, but who could afford that making $7 an hour?
Yeah.
You can't go
Right.
snowboarding every weekend.
And I've had a lot of buddies come here and they would be like, "Fuck, you guys have a lot of parks." I'm like, "Yeah." We call it the city of trees. We're fuck all for trees, but for some reason, man, they were doing really well at making sure there's parks everywhere around this motherfucker. Even I live in the ghetto in Nampa, and we've got like 4 parks walking distance from me. Yeah. Nice too.
It's just I always say, like, I'd never want to raise a family anywhere I've ever lived.
Oh, else? Yeah,
Everywhere
yeah.
else I'd ever lived.
Dude.
Too rough. It's fun. Seattle was fun.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to.
See, it's cool that you spent a lot of time there because a lot of people in Idaho, especially if you're from here, you are very coddled and fucking you're isolated from real shit. Like anybody that bitches about X, Y, fucking Z or something like that, I promise you just haven't been anywhere. And we're talking like you haven't been anywhere like 9 hours in other directions. Like your idea of like a big trip was like, oh, we went to Salt Lake one time and then we came back.
Lake's
Visit
rowdy,
Portland,
dog.
Seattle.
Not doubting that. I'm just saying it's like the same people that haven't been. Lech, how many planes you been on? Like 4?
About 3.
About
He's
3
saying-
planes.
he's saying you're
born
coddled.
and raised.
Well, that was a shock going to a big city, going anywhere. And
That's what I'm saying.
Seattle's
trying not to act like country
But you're like,
bumpkin. Not even that, just like how wild things were, and just being like, I'm not used to being everyone just kind of being.
Yeah, and then like situational awareness too. Like, dude, have your little head on a swivel. Like, bebop around. Keep your shit
learn
together.
quick.
Don't.
Seattle's like the Northwest New York. You fly into that motherfucker and you're like, damn.
I never felt like, oh no, when I went to Seattle. I had a fucking heart surgery when I was a kid in Seattle. I spent a lot of time over there, and
It's
I've never
changed now,
felt-
though.
Yeah,
You step on needle and shit, dog.
And then they just got, and all the stuff that happened the last 4 or 5 years. And I left pre that,
Yeah.
And then they somehow had
it is
enough
what it
money to
is.
build that big ass walk that they made. Did you see that thing? Pictures of it? Over, I'm not 1,000% sure, but in the area of Pikes, right? There's some walk thing or whatever that they were trying to make, and they've completed it, and it is a big fucking thing. It's like some walk around skywalk type of thing that's got like stuff on it and stores, but it's super cool. And it's just like, fuck, where'd y'all
But
get
then
that
down
money,
on the
dog?
ground, Pike is just
Ugh.
annihilated.
When Seattle and Portland were like one of the worst hit cities with Antifa and shit, dog. It just absolutely
People
destroyed
set
that
Portland
area.
on fire.
Yeah,
Oh.
you couldn't go into the downtown. I had to go to Portland during, I don't know, it was 2020.
Yeah.
And yeah, you couldn't drive into downtown.
See, and meanwhile, Idaho's like, can we just go to work?
I haven't been
That's
to.
what's so great about,
what
we
I'm
don't deal with any of that
That's
stuff.
what I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
It's so
yeah,
awesome.
It's so.
You have to experience this stuff, though,
Yeah.
to really, like you
Especially if
said.
you're gonna talk shit, or if you're gonna be like, well, da 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 da. I don't know. Just if you're voicing your dumb opinions on dumb shit, like, all right, where have you been?
Yeah.
Have you been outside places? Because outside places suck, dog. Like the people too about the like, dude, out of country shit. Dude, have you been out of country?
No, dude, I haven't actually.
Fucking sucks sometimes, dude. Like, yeah, there's some cool places, but damn, man, there's a reason why everyone's killing themselves to come here. It sucks places sometimes. Like, and they're not nice to you. Like, we're at least nice here, and you got stuff to, like you could get around here not speaking the language. Fuck, you're fucked somewhere. I went to Peru and found out my 2, 4, 5, whatever years of high school Spanish, useless.
Don't even
Oh,
work.
useless.
And they eat hamsters. Or guinea
Couldn't
pigs.
find that.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah,
Those are
guinea
good,
pigs.
though.
I tried to find one because I wanted to see it. I couldn't find it.
I'd fucking eat a guinea. If you give me a guinea pig
would do it.
deferred on a stick,
Yeah,
not deferred like a loan, but deferred, you know?
Deferred.
I'd eat that motherfucker, dog, like a turkey leg.
I think they do.
See? I'm down for that. What is your tacos thing, though? In Peru, tacos is not tacos.
Oh yeah, they had this thing where like on the menu, not in English again, so we're trying to just figure it out, right? And whatever. There's something that's called tacos.
Two tacos so
Tacos are
nice they
good?
name it twice, bro.
Tacos sounds super good.
So nice they
couscous.
named it twice.
Yeah,
Right?
bro.
It was not tacos. They came out and it was a plate of, I won't want to say mush, but it was like they just kind of put the things all together. I was like, oh, fuck. There's no tortillas. There's no nothing.
Cat food.
And Peru, they have, it's right on the ocean, so they have a lot of pescados, the fish tacos. Okay. I'm not a big into the fish taco kind of
Oh,
shit,
dog,
but
I'll
like,
fuck
it's
up a
okay.
fish taco,
I'd
bro.
be okay with it, but it's not like, you know, I'm going for
I'm going for
I
a
came
fish
here
taco.
for fish tacos.
I'll fuck a fish taco up, dog.
I mean, I did. It was like, you know, the guys ordered those tacos, and those were not it. Also had the, that was the only place I've had. I don't know if it was, but it was real absinthe.
Yeah. Oh. Trippy, bro.
That shit's, I mean, it's just, I think American moonshine, like real shit, like real jet fuel, I think ours might beat it. It was, there's nothing that was hallucinating about it, but it
You ever
tastes.
had Malort?
No.
It's a Chicago thing. It was the only way you could get alcohol
Yeah.
during Prohibition because it was medicinal, and it is awful. But it has,
Like cough syrup as I'm picturing it.
it's worse than that.
Is that the first
Like,
codeine?
and I even like Fernet, and this was just like awful.
Oh,
But-
you coming off? Yeah, you coming
But it
off?
has those.
You love a
those
Jägermeister, huh?
psychoactive. I don't know if it's exactly wormwood, but it has
Yeah.
some of that stuff in there.
Yeah.
I about fell over.
Really?
I
Does
had
it-
one shot. I
Yeah.
was like, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Was riding all day on the bike, and I was tired.
Like, why am I
And
having
then
so
I'm
much
just
fun?
like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's
it
it
had
called?
something in it.
It's a wormwood.
Malort.
Malort. Yeah.
Sounds like I pick up Malort in a medieval
You can
game.
get it.
Malort. I love Malort.
So is it here in liquor stores or
I think you can get it here. Yeah.
or at least order it online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude.
But it's
Jet
awful.
fuel. Jet fuel, bro.
Oh,
Been on a.
Jet fuel might taste better.
Ugh.
It's like muddy jet fueled, acidic.
he's like it's Malort.
It's
It
Malort.
tastes exactly as it sounds.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Shit.
I've been a super tequila guy lately.
Yeah, you have.
I got off the beers because I was just trying to figure out a way of just getting. I've like wiped everything bad out of my diet outside of fuck cookies, bro. Oh my god, I love.
You love a cookie.
I-
You could kill this man with
I
a
will-
chocolate chip cookie.
You could kidnap me with a chocolate
Yeah,
chip cookie,
and
I
then
mean,
feed him a laced cookie, and he would be like, "Is it okay?" Like a little kid would like, "It's okay." You know, he's sad. He just got fucking
The van
kidnapped.
says free cookies.
Yeah, he's
I'm
in it.
I'm in the driver's seat, fucking trying to jerk him off, trying to get the fucking cookies, bro.
And then there's
like,
fentanyl laced in that cookie.
oh
and you're
yeah, I
fucking
would
done.
wake up from the trip and go. If they hand me another one, I would not register it.
Yeah,
It
he'd look
doesn't-
up with
it's
you
a-
with like little beady eyes, like, "Oh my god, you're saving me."
So I stopped trying to drink sodas and stuff because I'm a whore for those, and moved over to tequila. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's crazy." I'm like, "Well, one, don't drink the fucking whole bottle, but two,
But he drinks the whole bottle. That's see, he don't follow his rules. He don't follow his rules. He buy a Smalley.
I say.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a tequila with him right now.
no, because I'm trying to be good.
Okay, you are good. You're
Stuff
doing
to do. Okay.
good job.
Yeah, no. I've been. God damn, that Don Julio and me. we've been
Which
just-
Don Julio says is tequila. That shit tastes like mezcal, which is basically tequila with way more woody taste. But
Fuck you.
that Don Julio is lying. That's
The
some
Añejo is my
fucking-
favorite. I'm not gonna lie, but the Blanco is just fine.
I can smell it. I
I
like.
can take pulls off that straight with no face, dog. Yummies.
You could get me lit on a shot of tequila right now.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Well, no, not right now.
Same, yeah, I quit drinking. I mean, not completely.
I'm right there with
But-
you.
California sober. Was it?
Yeah.
No, I'm Mormon sober at this point,
Mormon
but
sober.
I got drunk in Vegas
Caffeine,
both
nicotine,
times. Yeah, none of that.
Creatine,
He,
capsaicin, and protein.
Yeah.
He got mad because he wanted to.
I don't do caffeine. I don't do fucking
And it's
nicotine
got
anymore.
like, and the guy
Weirdly.
was like, "Oh, I mean, it's got like 5, like 10 million, like it's
I got
so
lit
little,"
on a
and he was just
kombucha.
He was like, "Fuck it, I'll try it."
There's 15 milligrams of caffeine in that motherfucker.
yeah.
Oh, it was 15. Okay, yeah.
So we use
Aye.
bucked up pre-workout, which is 400 milligram which is 400 milligram caffeine.
You
right?
use the 400, you crazy
But then I'd have
bastard.
like 2 Celsius a day, so I'd be like 800, 1,000 milligrams of caffeine on a good day. I got sick in January, so weed and caffeine were like fucking me up. Like mentally, felt like I was like dying. I thought I was dying. Yeah. So in that week that I got sick, I'm like, I'm gonna cut this shit out, and I have not continued the caffeine except for a matcha lit me the fuck up and a kombucha lit me the fuck up because I went expunged it out of my system. But bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, the gym fucking sucks without pre-workout.
Yeah, it does.
And
Could not imagine that.
Just go work it off and don't take so much.
I problem is I'm going to. I'd be buying Celsiuses by the flat, bro, and I'd be like 1, 2 at work.
He would,
Go
Here's
drink
my
more
idea
when I
of
got
having
home.
A good time nowadays. I don't drink.
Yeah.
Don't do anything anymore. Except what I mentioned. It's like, so we'll go to the cigar bar.
Yeah.
And have a couple, 3 of those, and then go get Dave's hot chicken and get that capsaicin rush.
Yeah, I do love a good fucking. I always say a heat high is. I love Indian.
Nicotine and that together, you just ease cruise home.
Yeah. When I do cigars though, because I don't do nicotine, I have to come off of nicotine. Like it's like a fucking come down. I wake up the next day like, whoa, my goodness.
Even not inhaling it, it just seeps into your fucking pores in your mouth.
I love me a good Connecticut because I'm a little baby girl, but you know, what can you do? But Thai food. I get my pad Thai as hot as you fucking can, and because
make it the way. When you ask the waiter, make it the way you make it.
Oh my God,
and
they
they go,
fucking
and you say yes.
Yes.
But I've been got before. Like I went to Thai Basil one time, and I always ask what their star rating is, right? And then I'll usually do, if I'm feeling it, like 1 below or max. But I was having this conversation where I could tell that the lady misunderstood me. I go, "What's the highest you've ever seen someone get?" And then she said like a 15 or whatever the rating was.
Oh my God.
And so, but I then asked for like a 5. I asked for the 5 because I'm going to get fucking litty on some Thai food. And it comes out and the noodles are black.
Black, bro.
Like black. And I go to take a bite and I inhale and it chokes me from how hot it was. Well, I'm all eating it. My mom's like, why do you do this to yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so I get home.
Crying,
yeah, dude, I'm sweating so
How
much.
How are you not in just dying?
Yeah,
like, it feels so good. I can't stop.
When like your peripherals kind of vibrate, right? Well, I get home, I get stoned, that shit. So Thai food is hot. When it's hot and spicy, that's so 2 different combinations that fuck me up. I was in the fridge. I didn't get it too hot in the microwave, so I'm shoveling this. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, fuck. And probably 5 minutes after I ate that, I'm like, oh, my kidneys started hurting. And legit had to, in shock, like lay down and go to sleep. And my kidneys in the morning felt like I got punched. And that was the hottest shit I've ever done in my life, man.
It wasn't made for you, bro. Don't do
Thai
that
basil,
shit, bro.
Thai basil is one of the
Check it out.
Is one of the best Thai foods in Boise.
Oh, the place.
Yeah, I like Thai basil. I like Thai basil because it was 2 cooks who worked at Thai restaurants who were like, people aren't doing this right, and so they wanted to do their own restaurant. And when you read the menu, they implore you to try all of these maximum spicy you can handle. I love Thai food, man.
Oh my God, bro. No, I can't. That's the ultra hot shit, man. I'm here for some spice, but ultra
Speaking
hot?
of cookies, though,
oh shit, yeah.
You can poison him with a cookie.
Put that in there,
Is my boy bought a ghost pepper extract
it was
chocolate
scorpion.
chip scorpion pepper extract, and they
was supposed
hide
to
it
be laced
inside
in
of the
the
cookie.
However, they put it in the dead center. Bro, I snapped that. He's like, hey, I got you a cookie. I snapped that motherfucker out of his hand, took a bite before he even fucking could finish the words, right?
By the way.
Yeah. I'm sitting here munching on it, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at me, and they're waiting, and I bite, and I look down, and it's got red in the center.
Like
and I was
red pepper paste,
I
bro.
thought, I was like, M&M? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I kind of, felt a little heat on my mouth, but not enough, and I was like, and they all start laughing. He's like, did it get you? And I spit it out enough to where, no, not really. And he's like, wait,
I tried the piece of that cookie. That thing was fucking hot. I wish you would have got
No,
though.
dude, it would have floored me because it was loud. It was a big old dollop in there, just, And he was pissed though because I mean,
It's like a $20 cookie.
Yeah, but
Trying
you
to get
found
your boy.
we found out right then like it's not even a joke, man. I will fucking die off someone giving me a lace cookie.
Is it true? Do you, I heard that if you have cigars, because I got fucking nicked out.
Ask him.
I was at the vault, and I was sitting there with my homie, and my boy Sam Henry was playing, and I had nothing else to do, so I fucking cheaped a whole cigar down. Well, my homie starts talking to me, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, I'm nicotined out, and I'm at the bar though. And I'm like, fuck, it was the kid who just showed up here. I had to take him home. He lives around the vault. So I'm like, okay. But I'm like trying not to fucking puke. And I get in my bed. I got. And then I lay in my bed. I'm like, wow, that was embarrassing. Holy fuck. And I just left my boy playing this guitar. And then I realized I asked the bartender to charge my phone. And my phone's actually at the vault still. So I had to go back. But I found out if you eat a packet of sugar, that takes that away.
Yeah. And when I first started like smoking cigars like regularly, you have 2 or 3 and you just like slink back. You're like almost feel stoned.
Sugar packet?
Well, just grab some sugar.
Right. No, but I mean, either
go
way.
Go get a Coke. Go get whatever.
Yeah.
And then
it cuts the nicotine overdose.
Yep.
It's like, dude, it's like nicotine.
I mean, I've been nicked out.
It's like
before. That's why I'm just like.
It's like a fucking what's that fentanyl pen? What's that shit called?
Fucking a Narcan.
It's like Narcan. Sugar's like Narcan for cigars. Get him a Coke.
How the fuck? That's
No,
hilarious.
not cocaine. Get him a Coca-Cola.
No, bring the blow.
Bring it both.
Bring the blow. Your chest hurts. Bring the blow.
Bring the fucking blow.
Make it worse. Bring it on.
So yeah, fucking. It was great having you on here, man. I don't know how long we've been going. We've only been going 50. Yeah, we just chilling.
You guys watched that? What was it? The State of the
Union. Yeah, hell yeah. I watched the shit out of that. That was crazy.
I was flipping back and forth, and I love my guy, right? But after a few minutes, I'm like, I follow you, my guy. Like and we're gonna do this.
I think you just missed the whole fucking. The Dems
missed
were like
it.
acting like kids, bro. And then
Of course,
of course, the Democrats would confuse this State of the Union as a silent auction. So they had signs and shit, but there was some points on the State of the Union that was so fucked up. The Dems were making sure that everything he said, they didn't clap. Well, there was a child who had terminal brain cancer who was there. They didn't stand up and clap for them. They were talking about farmers. They didn't stand up to clap for the farmers. They were talking about women's sports or immigrants killing these people, and they were there, and they stood up, and the Democrats were not clapping. And I think that they 100%
it's team shit, right? You're just butthurt that like this is happening.
Yeah, but
right?
they fucking ensured
how good of a policy or whatever it is.
1,000%.
They're just mad.
This dude could solve fucking AIDS and world hunger, and it wouldn't fucking
He
matter.
did say that.
Like
Yeah.
that,
It wouldn't matter.
He's like, I could say the best thing I've ever said that would fix everything, and these guys wouldn't clap. But what happened with them being on the team like that is, I think they ensured that they will not be elected for the next couple terms.
I tell you all the time, I have been trying to tell all my brown brothers and sisters, bro, they're not for us.
Yeah.
They've been lying to us. Dude, my family has been, I cannot fathom this, like, lifelong Democrats, dog. Like, my grandpa was fucking so pissed when Bush got, I remember this like it was yesterday. Dude is just hard with it, right? All of Hawaii mostly is too as well. That's, show their elections. You have not seen a fucking red wave like this amongst fucking minorities. No. It is the fucking craziest shit because it's just simple. They're lying. Yeah. Okay, and then they fucking Uncle Thomas get some brown dude up there to tell us that they're so great. I'm like, this is psychotic. Yeah, like this is crazy. Yeah, fuck it, burn it down.
Now your Democratic family is Republican.
No, I mean we're libertarian, bro. Always, fucking Team Gold, Tommy.
But libertarian lean pretty hard in the Republican. I get that they're also anti-establishment.
More conservative, I get you that. Yeah. But I thought that shit was funny. I tried to tune in for a little bit, but.
I watched nearly the whole thing.
Like the highlights, like what's his face getting kicked out.
Oh yeah, Al Green. Yeah, and he kept pointing his gun.
Old man shouts at Cloud.
Yeah,
yells at Cloud the meme.
Dude, I was.
That was the funniest. Sequence of events, right? Because the Speaker of the House, right? He's following protocol, right? Yeah. Hey, motion to stop, right? Do this, and they're all still, and then once he did it.
They were like Canadians at a fucking. The Democrats for the first 10 minutes were like Canadians at a fucking American hockey game, booing at everything. Which also, I thought too, them explain 100%. I think them explaining the tariffs, the way he explained the tariffs, reciprocal tariffs and stuff like that, was actually really eye opening because you got Trudeau pulling all of our liquors off, but they charge us subsidized tax or whatever, hundreds of millions of dollars. But what instead of 25%, he decided we'll do reciprocal tariffs, which means whatever you tariff us, we'll tariff you. Yeah. And the simple thing about the trade war is if stop the tariffs and we'll stop the tariffs on you.
People don't understand, dude. We just got ourselves in a non-politician, like bingo. And not only that, you got yourself a businessman.
Also,
dude,
I mean,
get ready to see some fucking negotiating, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you kidding me right now? And people want to run neck too. Oh, it's funny.
You get on TikTok and people are crying, can't believe Trump's in here for till 2029. Like, do you want your fucking goddamn tax dollars to still go to DEI fucking Sesame Street in Uganda? Is that where you want your fucking money to go?
So much in taxes.
Hell
and
no.
I hit a pothole going home. Like, dude, get fucked.
Also, we should legalize cannabis in Idaho. Well, actually, I don't know though. I say that because then you go to the places where, like, look at how Denver fell the fuck off. Yeah. Denver.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. I've got a couple homies that are in actually in the Senate.
Yeah.
And they are open to that.
Yeah.
But the big pushback is that they don't want that to happen like in other states, so it has to be done
I'm definitely 35 because I'm finally seeing it, right? Growing up there, I'm like, fucking dude, when Colorado and Washington legalized and Oregon legalized, you're like, whoa. I was actually at Paul Mitchell at that time. I'm like, this is the shit. But yeah, I've traveled enough to see, yeah, you can get weed here, but look how shitty it is.
Dude.
Alaska's probably the only place that kind of held its own, except for Anchorage is pretty shitty itself. But it feels kind of like a mom and pop cannabis shop, not so much like, I mean, Denver is an atrocious city, and I've only been there when it's atrocious. And people are like, Denver's not the same it was 10 years ago.
Idaho doesn't need to do it. The federal need to do it. That's
I think decriminalize cannabis.
We can
It'll
just
be when it's federal.
Yeah. I mean, it's just when the feds literally have to say, hey.
Also,
stop.
do you think it's still a pressing question anymore? I don't think it really is. Like what it was in 2012.
I think we're getting towards, like you said, we're 35 right now. I think we're getting out of these old heads being able to have voices in there because there's no other thing. It's a moral thing, okay? And it's a dumb moral thing because why? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I can go to the liquor store that's in Idaho's government owned and buy some shit. I'd buy enough to drink myself to death and kill somebody on my way home. But I can't go to the store
allegedly
and buy some smokes to go home. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna eat and play video games.
Yeah,
it's the fucking most insane.
It is just what it brings in sometimes.
Yeah. Except for just Ontario. I think Ontario just kind of pisses me off. How Ontario is one of the is the biggest grossing side of Oregon's cannabis trade. Dude, and it's all for Boise, and then it's this little onion town that is just
their schools, all of
our taxpayer money is going to them.
Their hospital got better.
Because we could use we could use educational, we could use infrastructure taxes, but then what happens? It's a catch-22. What happens?
Yeah, to just slow roll.
Yeah,
learn from the mistakes of the other states.
Yeah, maybe we just grow, and then we export it to Oregon. We still drive to Oregon.
Still have to go.
Yeah,
can't buy it here
because you get past that Idaho border. There's a different type of homeless at Ontario than there is
Idaho
in Boise.
Just doesn't have the homeless issue, man, like any other. And anybody that does, like, oh, we gotta bro, go fucking to any other city. You will see fucking problems. What? I just had a buddy now go fucking to California and saw there's RVs that are. I mean, there's just a line of them and they're just some of them are on blocks and some of them like.
It's just that's legalized weed, bro. Legalized weed turns to liberals, dude, and liberals turn to fucking shitty cities.
I think we can make it work. You're being weird.
No,
we can make it work. Could you imagine Idaho cannabis? That should be fire.
It already is fire. It's over in Ontario.
Yeah, we grow them in Idaho.
We have Treasure Valley OG and shit.
You'd have Simplot out here pumping out strains, son. Like, and that's where my only catch-22 comes in because then. So in California,
I think the farmland's a big part of it too. Right. They don't want that taken over.
1,000%.
So I mean, it has to be figured out.
Hydroponics, bro.
Yeah, go underground.
Vertical grows.
Go underground and vertical grow hydroponics. What do you want?
Lab meat.
It's
just kidding.
You could run into a situation though where, like any industry, right? They're gonna start monopolizing. If you go to California right now, I mean, shit. Some of the better weed is in the black market industries because. Dude, it's like
too regulated.
The licenses are all owned by like 5 motherfuckers.
Same thing with Oregon. It's
exactly
monopoly.
what it is. Yes, Malheur is a perfect example.
Yeah, there's like there's X amount of cannabis licenses. but they were 100,000 originally. Now they bogart the few, and they're tens of millions of dollars for a license.
Yeah, it's like it's super expensive, so only a couple dudes can play. And then it's like some of those dudes, I could be talking out my ass. It's like they're on the committee, right? So it's like everyone's got to get the okay to get this person to thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, cool, you got the money and you got the thing, but we got to get it all okayed by the committee. You guys are just monopolizing it. Like, hey, do your thing.
We're talking weed legalization, dog. It's just so messy. Like, it's just messy over here. I don't know how the fuck you'd figure it out.
It would just be getting just the old heads out of office. That's the problem. You got to get libs out and old heads out.
Get Capenna for office.
Maybe.
Most
I don't know.
hot-headed politician in Boise's ever seen.
I wouldn't put up with fucking shit. That'd be straight up, dog. Like, you're gonna come at me sideways on some dumb shit, you're gonna get told.
Who the
real
fuck
fast.
parked their car in my fucking house? You fucking wipe it right up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. No, I'd be a good one though. I do everything right. I do the shit we need to. I sure as fuck wouldn't be bought out like some of you bitch-made motherfuckers.
Gonna be like, all you whites have to sit in the back of the fucking bus.
Fuck yeah.
In the fucking 2 buses that Idaho has. So what's next on the agenda? What you got going?
Oh,
Anything
so
big for Knucklehead? You guys got another? What's big? What's going on?
just keep doing what we're doing, getting the word out that we're around. We've been winning some awards the last few years. Finally,
Yeah, there's
second and third place in some of those best of Boise and
Oh,
Idaho
okay.
things. We got a few of those. Just keep on keeping on. I keep talking about, I want to open another shop.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
You said you wanted to...
we want to start doing a lot more education.
Yeah, that's what he was talking to me. Yeah, education content.
Yeah, being a business owner, you do everything yourself. So it's like there's only so many hours in the day, and motivation and energy.
Yeah.
And so like trying to delegate some of that because like I'm doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I'm sure some of your customers wouldn't mind, like, you'd be like, yo, this is going to be an hour, but we're going to film it.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
That's
good for
how
content.
you have to get
I think
content now. You'd be like, are you okay with this? We're going to take a little more time.
When you talk
They're
about
all usually pretty cool.
Do
When
I
you
have
talk about-
consent to touch you?
It's a
But then
kiss.
I'm the one shooting it. I'm never
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
And it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. When you're making education, you're going to gear it towards other barbers. Like,
Yeah,
here's a quick
so,
like tip or...
We want to bring back education to the community. It's really been lacking. It really fell off after COVID. We were doing stuff, bi-monthly or so, and in different shops, in different locations, bringing people in. It was always free, so we want to get that going again.
Yeah. That's a good idea. And then you cut those into TikToks and it works. It's like a fucking rap. Like you see those rap shops, bro. Just
have
be like
a couple, 3-4 demos going on.
Yeah. And then you could hold classes for like any upcoming barbers. Maybe do you guys ever go speak at
students, anyone wanting to get involved.
Yeah.
You could like people like get it twisted that it's so easy and it's not. Like it seems like on the surface I can just go do this. We're like, sure you could, but to
like,
get good at it.
Yeah, like you said, you're working geometrically with face shapes and stuff like that, and that's how your hair comes out well. Each head is a different type of haircut.
Treating your client like a number.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, dude, like that's responsibility. I don't want to fucking put buzzers to some motherfucker's head. Like, Jesus, man. Like,
You mess someone's hair up, you're gonna hear.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
man!
and it's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh God, yeah, I don't want that responsibility. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I could see how people. Oh yeah, it'd be easy. Fuck you. Oh my God. Yeah.
No, it's hard on your body.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Your mind. You stress about I could have done that better.
Stressing and
Whatever.
holding.
Also,
your hands
it's
like this?
attention to detail the whole fucking
That's all.
time. That's strenuous. Yeah.
And it was going from the point, especially right after COVID, where I was doing 16 to 20 haircuts a day. And that's kind of a standard for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that I can't consistently do this because I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm not just running through it. I'm still doing my quality work.
Yeah.
And when that slowed down, it was like that reminder, okay, I need to focus on the quality, not the quantity, charge my worth, slow down, and then getting to this point where I can do half of that or less and still make the same amount.
That cleared up so much for you though at that point. See, that's another reason why I think you're winning. I think people still just because honestly too, you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna burn yourself out. And 16 fucking haircuts a day, 5 days a week, more. That's a lot of fucking
That's kind of what you
customers.
have to do, and you should go do that fresh out of school. You know, maybe 10 or more.
Well, because it teaches you.
It teaches you repetition. But then when you're like, oh, my back's starting to hurt, my shoulders, my hands, like slow down, get better.
Man, I can't. I'm so dumb, but the math of 15 goddamn haircuts a day, 5 days a week is incredible in a month's booking. Like that's a lot of fucking people.
Shit, dude. Shit, barbers almost gotta go to the gym, man. You gotta
Some guys
stand.
can do that. And it's just not me, and so.
And then you see those people who double book, and you're just not getting that personal experience that you're talking about. So yeah, well, Knucklehead Barbers is on Broadway in Boise, and you would be dumb not to go check it out if you're trying to get a good fade. So
You got a beard. What the fuck are you doing? Go to the guy, man. Come on.
go to the Knucklehead himself.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's ready to cut anybody up right now.
Oh no, yeah, he's at the.
Well, I'm done for the day.
Oh yeah, Damn, I was gonna
My
have Charlie.
after hours are double.
I was gonna have Charlie. Charlie, I have an emergency beardsmith here. Not the beardsmith, the bearded sovereign.
This fucker to cut it.
Yeah, the Beard Sovereign Instagram and Knucklehead Barbers Instagram.
Yeah, cut back to him. So what's your socials again?
My hair is the Beard Sovereign, and the shop is Knucklehead Barbers. And knuckleheadbarbers.com. We love pre-bookings. Go book there. We take walk-ins when we can, and I got a new guy that can do that. But generally, we get pretty booked, so book ahead.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah,
you guys can stop by at any time.
Yeah.
We'll
Next
come in
time
with
we'll-
our cameras in your spot. Maybe we'll do a podcast in your place.
I'd love to come promote some
Be
of
rad.
that the education that we're going to be doing here
Absolutely.
soon.
Easy peasy is what we do. Especially with education, you don't need. We set up tripods, and you got your little lavalier mic. You'll teach me. Well, I'll get a free class while you're talking to the fucking cameras. So cool. Well, thank you so much. Episode 124.
Bye, you fucking nerds.
Sliding in me like a wet flow. Already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko. Everything I do, they echo. Big facts, my bank on big me. My drip too wet, that spit can.
It's my favorite part. Alligator look like gecko.